Hi, I'm talking about sex this week, which is a rich and deep topic. I'm going to keep it pithy. Here's a slogan to contemplate. What we do with our clothes on is what we do with our clothes off. So if sex is feeling complicated for you and your partner, start to practice creating erotic moments just throughout the fabric of your lives. Put less pressure on the sexual act itself, getting naked in the bedroom, and see if you can create erotic moments just between the two of you wherever you are, whatever's happening. And when I say erotic moments, I'm talking about just feeling your attraction towards your partner and allowing that to be pleasurable and felt in the body. And from that place, create a connection. And connecting might just be very simple. It might just be a few words. It might be a look in your eyes. It might be a touch. And let that be enough. But let it be known by you and your partner and have that moment so that over time that moment can expand and you can stretch it, you can build on it so that that attraction, that erotic connection can simmer. And so whatever occurs in the bedroom doesn't feel so far away. Okay, that's what I mean by what we do with our clothes on is what we do with our clothes off. Oftentimes, couples that are experiencing complications in their sexuality don't have those erotic moments throughout their days. And then there's an overemphasis on just the sexual act. And the more pressure there is on that experience, most likely the less satisfying that experience is going to be for both of you. Another hindrance to good sex might be trauma. So know if you have some traumatic experiences that feeling safe in your skin is your birthright. And find some help by a qualified trauma therapist. There are plenty of good trauma therapies these days to help you deal with those, or heal, actually, those traumatic experiences. And as a partner, you also have healing to go through as well. So you're going to be doing this together. Other hindrances to sexuality can be your longing colliding with your fears. Okay, so how you deal with that is when I say you're longing, I want you to just contemplate what sex might mean to you. Not the obvious things, but the more subtle things. What does sex mean to you? Does it mean, and from that place of longing, what does it represent, right? Does it represent acceptance? Does it represent being loved? Does it represent being powerful? Does it represent being in charge or loss of control? Whatever it is, don't judge it. But now reflect on what your relationship is to those qualities of experience. What are your assumptions about being loved or accepted or being powerful or being in charge or loss of control? What are your deepest assumptions about those things? Okay? And work with any limiting old beliefs that might be getting in the way of facilitating the kinds of experiences that you long for. Another significant hindrance is social comparison. So we are wired for social comparison. Remember, I said this last time, we're walking around with hardware that's 300,000 years old, okay? And we're social animals living in groups. So we naturally compare ourselves to others, and yet we now live in a culture that is informed by a advertising-based economy, right? So sex is used to get you to buy things by triggering that sense of lack within yourself, by seeing an image or a story where you naturally compare yourself to that and you feel the lack and you feel like, oh, you need to be more like that person over there. So if you only click and spend the money, maybe you'll get that, okay? Don't do that. Reclaim your sexuality by not judging it. However it is, do not judge it. It's yours. Okay, it's sacred. And return to working on creating simple, erotic moments, attraction, pleasure, and connection between you and your partner. Okay? And one more thing that I'll leave you with, and this is fairly surprising and might even be shocking, and yet G-rated. Couples, this is research-based, couples that have a good sex life, there are two variables that researchers have found. And what are those variables? They prioritize it, and they're friends. They trust each other. So they prioritize it. That's the close off portion. And they're friends and they trust each other. That's the close on portion. Okay, feel free to email me with questions or comments, or feel free to share this with your friends. Be well and love well.